for weeks and months at a time. We were fighting usually on a daily basis.
Rifle fire, shooting, being put in stressful situations.
Ambushes, chaos, the smell of blood.
Kazakhs, seeing people pretty badly messed up. Young lads being killed.
Carrying casualties through mortar attacks. Snipers targeting me. No amount of training could have prepared me.
You have to tell yourself just to get on with it.
You have to adapt so quickly to that situation. Survival.
We had no means of escaping it.
Looking back, when you first come back from tour, you don't even realise that you've changed.
I was just restless. I lost interest in everything that I used to do. I wouldn't feel comfortable out in public.
I had very little patience for people. Not a lot of empathy.
You don't really feel like you fit in anywhere. You're in that limbo. I'm not military, but I'm definitely not a civilian. Where do I go from here?
Actually, I've quite often found myself going out walking in the countryside, going into the kind of mode that I would be on patrol, like checking everything, and even like carrying weight, having rucksacks on and stuff, to feel normal.
I remember finding myself looking in gardens and behind wheelie bins on the way to the chip shop to look for weapons in case I got attacked.
I didn't quite understand what was happening. I just felt quite angry and quite depressed all at the same time. It was a mixture of emotions, and my body just didn't really know how to deal with it. And that's when it starts to hit you. Nightmares.
Flashbacks.
Fear. Chaos.
Greed. Anger.
Shame. Sadness.
Fright. Silence.
Breaking point.
Post-traumatic stress disorder affects me every day.
It's an invisible wound which you can't see. It's damage done to the brain.
It's an invisible enemy. You can't fight that.
That 6 months keeps coming back and taking over.
You can't move on. I was a very great advocate of PTSD is nothing to be ashamed of, and it can happen to anybody, and you should get help. When it happened to me, I didn't go and get help. I felt very, very ashamed, and I ignored it.
It took about 2 or 3 years. I started realising that it was PTSD. I never even considered it. I still thought it was impossible to happen to somebody like me.
I look back now and I kind of can't believe that I didn't realise.
It's quite a hard thing to do, picking up the phone, especially for a soldier, because you're not trained to ask for help, really.
In reality, the only real treatment that there is combat stress. There are a few other organisations, but they're just not that well known and not that well funded.
When you get seen and assessed and they say, yes, it's PTSD, it's a bit of a weight off your shoulders, because you know there's something wrong with you. You know what it is. There's so many different things that you can be treated with now. Medication, but talking therapies, CBT, light therapies.
They had art therapy sessions there, and that was quite like a dam bursting, really. It's like having a snapshot of a problem that just goes over and over in your head, a whirlwind of stuff. That's helped me kind of go back, rediscover what I was before all this happened.
I'm now at a level where I can sort of manage everything. My temper, my depression, everything's sort of sustainable. You learn to manage it, you learn to maintain it. It doesn't go away. So it's just learning to live with it. And it takes me on to my dog, that's my coping mechanism as such. Just a big ball of lovely stupidness. It's crazy. It doesn't matter how angry you are, as soon as I see him, it just makes me happy. It's just brilliant.
Everything around me is a coping strategy. That could be a place that I go to, where I sit, what I listen to, anything that can distract your mind from what it's trying to do is a brilliant thing.
I've taken up photography since I left the army. Looking at the world through a lens, it's an easy way of immersing yourself back into normality while still retaining a safety blanket. That means the world. I've started thinking that there is life beyond PTSD.
You can get your life back. You're not a write-off kind of thing. And I think that's often what people think. Building a family and a life is turn things around a lot. Feeling like I've got a purpose.
It's taken me a long time to get back to where I want to be, and I'm getting there.
Yeah, I've got a dark past, but I've also got a future as well. So.
PTSD is a wound, but it's not who I am. I'm going to enjoy life again.